brands are going nuts, teasing holiday collections when we're not even properly into August. And I'm like, stop trying to wish me Merry Christmas in summer. Stop trying to bring a Rudolph the reindeer before his season. Stop trying to lure me in with jingle bells when I'm still sweating my ass and makeup off when I go outside. Just stop. Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Hi, my name is Mia, and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. And lads, strap in, cause this week there's a lot to discuss about. Now, this type of video where people discuss the new releases of the week has been popularized by Samantha March. I'm gonna link her channel down below. There's also an awesome playlist chock full of videos from creators that do the exact same thing as I'm doing in this video, i.e. talking about new releases, lusting after new makeup, roasting new stuff, you know, yada yada yada. So let's get to it. What I was ranting about before the proper video started was the fact that Guerlain, Chanel, and Givenchy, all high-end brands, are starting to tease their holiday collections. And I'm like, we are 3.5 to 4 months away from the holidays. What are you doing with your lives? Stop trying to make Merry Christmas in August happen. It's not going to happen. I'm gonna put a few pictures up of the releases themselves. They are on par with regular holiday releases for such brands. I'm not gonna discuss them on fucking principle because it's August. I'm still sweating. It's still hot. I'm still wearing tan tops instead of comfortable knitwear. I refuse to let these companies tell me that the holidays are near. It's not gonna happen. But I've got my trusty sheet full of new releases, so let's get on to that. Pupa Milano, an Italian brand that I really enjoy, and you would know if you've been on my channel or on my Insta, came out with 4 new palettes and 1 new mascara. The mascara comes from their Pupa VAMP line, and it looks like it's a volumizing and lengthening mascara meant to make you look like you have full fake eyelashes. I previously had the Pupa VAMP Extreme Mascara and I've been really enjoying it, so I'll probably pick this up and try and see if it works. They also have 4 new palettes, which are the most basic ass shit you could imagine, which doesn't surprise me because they are not a brand known for their innovation regarding palettes. So we have the Hot Flame palette featuring warm tones. We have the Spicy Nudes palette featuring warm tones with nudes. You've got the Cosmic Queen palette featuring neutrals with pops of blue and green. Then the Bright Violet palette, which is neutrals with pops of violet. Boring, and I will not be picking these up. They're already available probably for like 20 euros or something. I've not been able to go in store and check, and I couldn't find the information online for some reason or the other. Now, Smashbox is coming out with a new cover shot palette, and this one is called Sunlit Yellow, and it looks like this. It's got some blues, it's got some yellows. Personally, I will not be picking this up. Particularly because Angelica Nyquist mentioned before that the quality of this is really not that great. That got the Pink Palms one, I believe it was called, and she said it was just okay, just mediocre. And you know what, I don't want to pay Smashbox prices for just mediocre shades. Also, considering the fact that the blues and yellows are notoriously hard to work with when they're not good quality, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. This palette retails for $29 and it's already available. Next up, Dior came out with a new rouge blush inspired by their Dior Rouge lipstick. It's already available and it's $44. Now, the shade range looks absolutely beautiful. It's just not just pinks and plums. It's a fair, nice shade range. My issue is that the packaging looks cheap AF. And like, who the fuck do you think you are to charge me $44 with that packaging? I mean, when I'm thinking, you know, Dior, Chanel, Guerlain, those big brand names, I think luxurious packaging. Like, you're not paying those $44 or however much they're charging for the quality of the product inside. You are paying to get a luxury item in your hand with beautiful embossing, with beautiful packaging, just a packaging that feels like a jewelry box in your hand, not just like a utility product. And this is what this looks like to me. It looks like a drugstore packaged blush, and I'm not going to pay $44 for something that doesn't make me feel like I paid $44 for it. You know what I'm saying? I hope I make sense. Next, Estee Lauder is coming out with a Bronze Goddess palette. It's already available. It's $39. If you enjoy warm tones and neutrals and you don't have already 100 of those, maybe you would be interested into swatching this. Me personally, this is a very boring palette, and it's obviously a palette that doesn't cater to me or to anyone that is a makeup aficionado, like in this world of YouTube. This seems to cater to women that would use just this palette and maybe another one that just want a luxurious makeup item, but not necessarily something that will add anything special to their collection aside from the luxury factor of it. So I personally would not be picking this up. However, if you're considering this, it's nothing special, but it might be a collectible for you. I don't know how people think. I'm not judging anyone for their choices. You do you, boo. Next up, Givency is coming out with a Teint Couture Radiant Powder in gold and pink for $51. And I mean, this is what I was talking about when I was telling that I want something to look as luxurious as what I'm paying for it. This embossing makes me want to pay $51 for it because it looks like a tiny work of art, and I can just picture how satisfying it would be to work through that embossing until there's none left and just use it to hell and back, and also to take pretty pictures of it while it's still intact. I mean, this does look like it's worth $51 to me, and I might get it in the pink one if I like the swatches, and if I get rid of a bit more of my highlighters, like use them up a bit more and make room in my collection, I might treat myself to this Christmas. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I like pretty stuff. Next, something indie, This Way Comes. Velvet 59 came out with a Bloom Baby palette, which is available already, and it's $35 from their website. This palette was inspired by a 1960s makeup and glam, and I think it's a very pretty color scheme. If you feel inspired by it, I do recommend picking it up and supporting a new indie brand. Me, myself, I'm not particularly feeling it. I mean, I'm able to come up with looks just looking at the palette, but the palette doesn't call to me like other palettes would, so I will not be picking it up. However, it is very pretty, so, you know, go check them out. Kylie came out with a buttload of things for her birthday collection, which is already available. So she's got an infinity of lipsticks. So there is one mini lip collection, which has 6 minis. Then there are 3 lip kits, 6 new matte lipsticks, and a birthday lip trio. Kylie, stop! How many rosy toned lipsticks and reds and nudes can you have? At this point, I'm feeling like she's starting to dupe herself. There is no need to come out with 3, 6, 12, with 18 new lipsticks in a collection. It's okay to have less lipsticks. It's ridiculous to come with 18 lipsticks for a collection, and some of them are repeats. They're not even new shades. However, the names are fun. The names for the new shades are fun. Not saying they're not, but it's ridiculous. Nobody's able to keep up with that pace of lipstick output. She needs to take a break. Next, there is a Sipping Pretty palette, and this palette is fucking huge, and it's $50. And it's like half neutrals and half pinky blue tones. I think this is a beautiful palette. Maybe if you have a pop-up shop and you're a huge fan of Kylie, maybe get it. I personally would not, simply because it's expensive. It's $50. It's huge, which I hate huge palettes with a passion. Then not only is it huge, but to that $50 mark, I will have to pay taxes and import duties and shipping fees, and you know what? I'm not about that life. I don't need that palette in my life for that price point. If it were maybe $20 and I loved it more, maybe. But like this, for $50, it's just highway robbery. Considering that she doesn't have like an international retailer, like she could at least have an EU, an Asian site, an African site to at least lower down the shipping and import costs. But as it is, as I said earlier, highway robbery. Then there's also a Champagne Showers highlighter, which, I'm sorry, but this makes me think of Golden Showers. Like, who came up with that name? Why, Kylie? I don't want to know what you do in your private life, girl. I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame you, but ew. We don't need to know that part of your life. It looks like a pretty gold tone. Nothing we've not seen before. Nothing special. Nothing you need to buy from Kylie. Except if you really want to buy it from Kylie. Next, Kylie came out with a Rosé All Day palette, which is available on August 13th, and it will retail for $19. I personally really like this. I am a huge sucker for gold and pinky tones, and this looks seriously up my alley. I might grab it depending on the shipping fee. I might not. Point is that I really do love it, and I think it's worth adding to your collection if you're into Pinkie Rose tones like me. Makeup Revolution is added again with the brand collabs, and this time it's with Emogenation, which is a beauty lifestyle blogger on YouTube. Congratulations to her. She sounds like a pretty sweet girl. She's very beautiful, whatever. It's just that these collabs are starting to look all the same to me and very boring. They're all those neutrals, rosy, sort of goldenish with one damn pop of blue, because we can't not have the pop of blue. And it's just very boring to me. Now she's got one face palette and one eyeshadow palette. Both retail for $10 each, and they're already available. I will not be picking these up. I know I'm a Makeup Revolution stan, but I don't want to add things on my collection that will not improve it in any way, and these just won't do anything for it. I'm sorry. Congratulations to her for the palettes. I'm sure her fans will eat it up. However, what I want to talk about is how clever Makeup Revolution is with these, mainly because they're expanding their horizons beyond British and American bloggers. So these are German bloggers. Kisu at least sure is. I'm not sure about Imagination. A nice play on words, by the way. However, they are expanding to international beauty gurus and showcasing their product to a wider audience other than the Superdrug drugstore shopper and the regular makeup user. You know, they are expanding their horizons and gathering a wider audience, and that's a great business decision. They just won't be getting my coin this time. BH Cosmetics is coming up with a sister to the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and this will be all shimmers, foiled eyeshadows, and it will cost how much? It doesn't say how much, but it will be available on August 8th. I'm on the fence about this. I think it's a great sister palette to the Take Me Back to Brazil, which is mostly mattes and satins. So if you do not have many colorful eyeshadows in your collection, I do recommend picking this one up. I don't know if I will. It's BH Cosmetics. It's probably gonna be super cheap. I might. I might, because sometimes I try to grab for certain shades that I do not have, and it's not like I'm gonna have all of the shades that I'll ever need, and this seems like a very practical palette to pull out for very colorful looks. And I would like to have the sister palette to the Take Me Back to Brazil, so I am considering this. Then we have the Jouer Fall 2018. There are 6 new lipsticks that are coming out on August 7th. There are 4 new lip creams and 2 lip toppers. Personally, I am interested in one of the lip toppers, Champagne Gold. They are all $18 each. These are very nice. As far as I know, people do like Jouer products. They're not readily available in my country, so maybe when I will do an international order of some sort, maybe then. But I do think that Champagne Gold looks very beautiful, both as a topper and as a regular lip gloss. And I'll probably use it as a regular lip gloss, no lie. Luxe Beauty came out with new highlighters. They're available now. They're $20 each, and they are called the Shine Bright highlighters, and they have a very cute diamond packaging. These are very cute, but they are unusual colors. If you like unusual colors, go buy them. Apparently, they're really good. However, if you do not regularly use unusual colors as a face highlight, I do not recommend getting these, because you will not get enough use out of them and they will go to waste in your makeup collection. If you want to use them as eyeshadow though, you might want to invest in them if the pans aren't too large, but then again, for a single, $20 is a bit too much. So you really have to ponder the pros and cons of buying such an unusual highlighter just for yourself. Speaking of highlighters, Jeffree Star came out with a new Skin Frost in the shade Sarcophagus, which is a very Egyptian-like golden tone. I don't see this working for fair skin tones. I see this working for darker, warmer skin tones. If you want to buy from Jeffree Star, apparently his Skin Frost products are really good. I personally won't because of past controversies, and even though Shane Dawson's series humanized him a lot, I still don't know the truth behind the man. You know what I'm saying? I still don't feel like I truly know if Jeffree Star isn't racist or not, because racist people can also be kind people and generous and funny, and they can be regular good people aside from that one fact that they're racist. I don't know Jeffree Star personally. I've discussed this more in my 5 problematic makeup brands I'm not buying from, so if you're interested in that, go check it out. I'm gonna probably link it down below, or you can see it on my channel anyway. Neve Cosmetics, an Italian indie brand, came out with new face powders, specifically one which retails for €14.90. It's called the Fluffy Matte Powder, and it's already available. I will surely pick this one up when I'll make a new Neve Cosmetics order, because I do want to buy more things from them. I have a full wish list. I've not tried their face products before, so I have absolutely no opinion whether the product is good or not. I just want to try it out, and it sounds nice. We're past halfway there. Notoriously Morbid came out with 2 new eyeshadows. Fallen Leaves retails for $10, and it's a beautiful fall-inspired multi-chrome, and I will pick it up. It will be mine. Then there is Practical Ghost, which is a copper with pink sparkles, like that's the base, and then it shifts to an icy, almost grayish blue with purple sparkles, and that also will be mine. This one retails for $5, I think, the smallest size, and I desperately need it in my life. It's so beautiful. Natasha Denona came out with a new 5-pan palette, and it's called Camel, and it's gonna cost $25, available August 10th. And this literally looks like Natasha went out digging in her backyard, just, you know, doing some gardening, weeding, taking care of her roses and probably very expensive plants. And she grabbed a jar of earth and pressed it in the pans, and she was like, yeah, new palette, done. I'm so innovative. These look so similar and so boring. So boring. And I've criticized Natasha The Nona for a lot of things, but she usually comes up with interesting color stories. Sure, she does add a couple of neutrals there to appease everybody, but generally her palettes are interesting. This is yawn worthy. Yawn worthy. Give Me Glow Cosmetics is coming out with a platinum lilac highlighter, and it's gorgeous. It's already available for $17.5, and I'm thinking of getting it, but I'm afraid it's gonna look a bit too ashy on me. Like, it's gonna pull very gray on my pinkish skin tone. I'm unsure, but it's so gorgeous. Like, I wish it would be an eyeshadow single, because I would rock the hell out of it. LC Cosmetics is coming out with a minimalist mauves palette, which is $45. Yikes. And it's already available. If you only use those shades, maybe, but you can grab a few singles from any makeup brand of your choice, and you will still have the same color scheme, and it would still be less than $45. Like, I think they seriously jumped the shark with that price, and I'm not about it. And the swatches look muddy as hell for some reason, but I'm maybe it's bad lighting, I'm not gonna judge, but definitely something I won't pick up and I'm not interested in. Too Faced has been teasing more things. So one pineapple palette, which is the pop effect in action, and it's just a few browns with one green, and I'm not interested because I can easily recreate that color scheme with what I have. But what I'm interested in is the Dew You Full Coverage Foundation and Setting Spray that are both infused with cucumbers and watermelon, and they sound divine. However, with the foundation, there's the issue that Too Faced foundations pull very yellow, and I'm very pink toned, so I'll have to go and swatch it in store, but I'm definitely interested in both of those things. Makeup Geek is coming out with a pumpkin spice, and they are so behind with the times. This has been done 100 times. If they had added more oranges and more burnished oranges, just more fall and autumnal colors, that would have been amazing. This looks incredibly boring. This looks like something they should have come out in 2016. It's 2018. Get it together, Makeup Geek, because you are falling into irrelevancy, and that's not good for business. So MAC is coming out with a new face palette. It's called the Pretty Things palette, and it will be available soon. No price point indicated as of yet. I am quite interested in this. Like, the highlight and the blush look pretty. However, I'm gonna have to go check in store if the bronzer isn't too dark or orange, because if it is, then I won't be able to use a third of it and I won't pick it up. If the bronzer does look good on me, yeah, I'm gonna get it because it's pretty. I mean, that blush sold me on everything. Essence is coming out with a new face products, concealers, foundations, all that good stuff. A primer, a new matte powder, and you're gonna see it over here. The thing is, I don't have great experiences with Essence. I've kept trying products from them, and they never seem to work for me. They're all about matte powder. The original one just looked cakey and powdery on me. It just looked like I set my face with the flour. Their concealer gave me a rash, and the only other concealer that did that to me was the Maybelline Age Rewind one. Their eyeshadows never work for me. They're powdery and ashy and not pigmented at all. Their lipsticks always seem to get on my teeth or seem to bleed out even if I do have lip liners, so I have not had great experiences with the brand so far, so I will probably not be picking anything up from this collection because they may be cheap, but it's still a waste for me to keep buying from a brand that has proved over and over again that the products don't work for me. And I don't want to create more plastic and packaging waste just to have it thrown away. It's not okay and good for me just to keep chasing for the bargain when I know fully well that chasing for the bargain until now got me nowhere. That's it for folks for today's that's it folks for this week's releases. This has been it. This has been quite a wild ride. PS, don't try to make Christmas happen in July, as I've said before. Actually, no, we're in August now. Jesus Christ, how time flies. It was as if yesterday it was January and I was making all of my New Year's resolutions, and now it's August and I've broken all of them. I'm still fat. I'm still not as productive as I wanted to be. And yeah, I've kind of broken all of those resolutions, but you know what? I'm okay as I am. And when I will truly want to do all those things, I will do them. For now, I'm just gonna need to reconsider my life and weep at my pillow at night. Okay, I'll see you guys next time or on the next video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and tell me which new releases you're excited about or want to roast. See you later, guys. Bye bye.